Hi, he's signing in.
West here as well.
Here for part 2 of our Pokemon raid. Time to start. Alright, so this time round, we're gonna spend our time leveling up some of our Pokemon, and hopefully we'll be getting over to Pewter City. Alright, let's see what Pokemon we have. So we've got Pikachu, Flappers, Nipper, Horns, Sharpie and Ears. Today we're going to try and get them all to around about level 10 and then making our way up. What do you think, West?
Yeah, I reckon that's a good idea.
Alright, we'll just start with Pikachu first. Luckily for us, Pikachu is our main Pokemon, so already up quite a high level.
It's a shame it's level 2 Rattata.
I know.
Wouldn't have minded a level 4 or level 5 one. Just for that bit extra experience, you know. Oh, another one. Level 2. Oh, level 4. That's better, Rattata.
We enjoy seeing the Rattatas. Wish it was like critical hit the first time round.
Pikachu grew to level 9. Level 4, not bad again.
It's a shame that in this generation you can't see shiny Pokemon.
Shame he's exterminated. Yeah, we're big Doctor Who fans, by the way. So we'll often use delete, or exterminate.
He wishes he was a Dalek, but sounds nothing like one.
No, I'd hate to be a Dalek. They've got no emotions or anything, so...
Well, they do have emotion, they just hate a lot.
Yay! Well done, Pikachu.
For me, I always wondered how it would be feeling to be travelling with the Doctor, but travelling through space and time?
I think it'd be really good. Because we could travel back in time and play this back on a Game Boy Color. How fun was that?
Oh yes, I remember. I think I actually played it on the Game Boy Minis instead of a Game Boy Color.
Game Boy Pocket was it called?
Oh yes, it was. We had a yellow one, which actually suited because we bought yellow version at the same time.
You were deleted.
I actually spent an entire year saving up to buy myself a Game Boy Color. All those Christmases and birthdays all saved up.
Different version every time. I want yellow this time. Next time I'll have gold, silver, crystal.
I originally started on Pokemon Red, actually. My sister, I have a sister, she started on Pokemon Blue.
I started on blue originally.
And unlike West, I started with water Pokemon myself. Always loved the Squirtle.
I quite liked Charmander.
Unfortunately, Bulbasaur didn't have much love. Actually, he was pretty hated back then. Which was a shame, really, because now everyone knows that Bulbasaur is one of the strongest starters.
Yeah, it actually is quite, especially on the Mega Evolution side later on in the generations. He was a tank, if I remember rightly.
Well, with Bulbasaur, obviously everyone didn't like him because later on in the game, he's not as useful, but at the very start, he is one of the strongest Pokemon you can use.
You were deleted.
But thinking back now, I'd still pick Squirtle over Bulbasaur, hands down.
Bye-bye, Pidgey.
Oh, it's taken a while to level up, ain't it?
Ah, the good old games where you have to individually level up every one of your Pokemon. No experience share. You know, didn't exist back then. Wasn't developed. Was it Silphco? Yeah, Silphco. They were slacking back then.
Right. Let's change our Pokemon. Which one shall we use next?
We'll go for... I reckon just go for Flappers.
Alright, Flappers it is. Switching out. Although, this is going to be a little bit of a grind because we might have to swap out with Pikachu every so often, depending on obviously how Flappers does. I always liked how Pidgey looked from behind. Reminds me of a penguin.
I was going to say send nippers out. Little nippers, let them all have half experience each.
Actually, there's not half experience, but every Pokemon you send out, that experience is equally shared between all of them.
11 and 11.
So, next if we shared it between 3, it would then split, that 22 would be split between 3, so it would be 7, 7 and 8, I believe.
Don't worry, Flappers, you'll be able to beat them on your own soon. You can fire your tornadoes at all of them.
I believe most people kept Pidgey, who eventually evolves into Pidgeotto and then Pidgeot at the end, as part of their final team. I know, like, I kept him as my final flying... oh, no, wait. It was the bird-type Pokemon back then, wasn't it?
Yeah, bird type. Which was abolished by the next gen. I used all the 3-stage flying type Pokemon throughout each gen. Like I liked Talonflame as well from Fletchling.
Oh yes, one of my favourites.
Starly as well was a good one.
To be honest with you, like you'll always need a good flying type Pokemon in any game, really. I mean, the flying type Pokemon is the most diverse type in all of the games. Maybe not so much in the meta PvPs, but for PvE, one of the best.
Oh, well done, Flappers. Level 3. This is going to be a grind and a half.
Unfortunately, this is how some of the old Pokemon games go, you know. It was always grinding to your level to try and beat the Pokemon gym leader.
The good thing though is once he's at level 5, he can start attacking them himself and then getting most of the experience himself from there.
Oh, that's the hope anyways.
I think we should probably do maybe 3 Pokemon because we might be switching some of the other ones out later on.
Yes,
so
indeed.
We'll decide what 3 we want to take with us, and we maybe, you know, add a new team member later.
I'm quite partial to Flappers myself, so I think we'll be keeping Flappers.
I like Flappers.
And we always
and
have
maybe
to keep...
Horns.
We'll see, we'll see.
That poison type, you know, is quite good later on. If I remember rightly as well, if you used a X accuracy on this game, it used to be broken. It used to allow even all the, you know, the 30% hit ratio moves to, you know, 100% chance. Might have to test it later on in the game to see if that, you know, is still the case.
Well,
or if my memory's, you know, gone a bit AWOL. But I'm sure that, you know, it did used to allow all your hits to hit 100%.
I never really used items myself back in the day.
What we'll do, we'll go into your eel, and then we'll head up towards the forest and do some levelling up in there. Because they're all bug types in there, aren't they, mostly?
Yes,
so
they are.
It'll be easy for Flappers to level up himself.
Unfortunately, with Gus being a normal move, he's
Oh,
still...
yes, I remember now.
And what we don't want to do is get caught up with Metapod, because while Metapod is actually a good source of early XP gain, unfortunately Metapod with its harden actually creates a lot of problems because it's so time consuming to obviously take out a Metapod.
Yeah, and it'll drain all the PP of your moves really fast. So we'll be finding ourselves getting to the Pokemon centres more often. And potions that are used sparingly in this game because they're not as, abundant as some of the later games. So...
Well, you can still buy obviously lots of potions in the Pokémon. However, unlike the later version of the games, you don't actually get as much gold or Pokebucks in this case as in the later games, because in the later games you can refight defeated trainers, whereas this version you can't.
It's a good bit of information.
Yes, depending on the version, they did have some gimmicks where you can walk a certain number of steps and then see if the trainer is willing to fight again, and obviously you had the amulet coin, so you could battle them over and over and make a lot of money.
Oh, go on, Flappers, you can do this. Yes, I think you've got this one yourself. Yes, well done, Flappers. Oh, there you go, see, Flappers, you're doing it all yourself. Who's a cutie birdie?
Well, obviously our Flappers is the cutest. If you feel otherwise, let us know in the comments.
Oh, it's another Flappers. Oh, Flappers against that Flappers. We're going to have to switch him out though, because he's not got much HP left. Go on, Pikachu. You can exterminate the
Well,
Pidgey.
in this case, he's thunder shocking. One of the good things about the earlier games is the XP is fixed dependent on level and the Pokemon you're fighting. So, I know in Black and White, the XP you gained for every level you go diminishes. However, in the other games, they're all fixed XP.
And we like to raise our Pokemon ourselves, so it would be a lot easier now to catch this Pidgey at level 6, and not have to grind so much. But we caught the original Pidgey that we started with, so we gotta raise him up ourselves.
Wow, this Pidgey does not want us to attack, does he?
He's a level 6 one after all. Oh.
See, I know a lot of people would probably be looking to catch the higher level Pokemon. However, what most people didn't know is having a higher level Pokemon, especially in Pokemon Red, Blue and Yellow, actually, their stats were lower than if you caught them at level 2.
Level 6 now, Flappers. You're doing well.
Unfortunately, Pikachu needs a bit of a break right now. Let's see how he's feeling.
Oh, he looks so much happier now. Hey, Pikachu.
The secret to Pikachu's smile is love. And not to let him faint, of course.
That's good to know. Pokemon are fighting fit. We hope to love, we love to see you again. We'd love to see you again too, Nurse Joy. Those cabbage trees. It's making me hungry for a Sunday roast dinner. It's a shame it's still Saturday. Ah, I'm so hungry.
Don't worry, we can have a Magikarp later.
I'm thinking Slowpoke tail, you know, I've heard that's quite tasty. Do you think anybody will be selling that later on?
Unfortunately, like, Slowpoke tail is very illegal.
I think it's Johto delicacy, isn't it? Part of Johto, if I remember rightly. They don't sell it round Kanto. Was it also Rage candy bars that they sold in Johto? They were very tasty, they were.
They didn't give you as much heals as as you would expect for the price, but tasty nonetheless.
They taste like a Gyarados. Gyarados' Rage.
I've been told it's guaranteed to get your Gyarados.
Oh, we're going to have one of them then now. You're doing very well, Flappers.
Leveling up quite well, yes.
I've noticed we're getting a lot more higher level, you know, wild encounters now. Let's hope, you know, it keeps giving us a look. Because that'll XP us up a bit faster.
And in our future streams, I believe that we will be cutting out our grinding. So this is our first and last grinding session. Not that there's anything wrong with grinding, but I'm sure most people wouldn't want to watch us grind all the time.
That is very true. We're not going to skip any of the story. All the story of, you know, from his first badge to winning the Pokemon League, it's all going to be included.
Of course, we'll always show you the first time we catch any type of Pokemon, regardless.
But even if you're watching this video and, you know, you're not really that bothered about the grinding, you just won't listen to us rant on about random facts and old memories of playing these games, then you're welcome to do so.
But I can tell you now, Pokemon Yellow moves slightly quicker than Pokemon Red does. Pokemon Red, you moved a lot slower.
I quite like it when you can get the bicycle later. That helps to speed up the travelling around a bit. And then when you get flying safe. Oh, level 8 now. Well done, Flappers.
Although I do worry a little bit because, you know, as I recall, you get the bike for free. So how's this biking company, you know, making a living with giving out free bikes all the time?
I'm sure the bike owner mentioned something about by riding his bike around, you were advertising his shop for him because everyone would see you on the, you know, these new bicycles, so they'd all go into the shop and buy one. You got sand in my eyes! No!
As you can see here, Sand Attack is extremely effective.
Rattata. Oh yes, good guess. Level 3. That's not too bad, but we'll pull you out.
Nah, I think Rattata needs to learn.
Will he take us out? Oh no! Oh, well done, Flappers. You took him out all by yourself. Such low HP and you still persevered.
To be fair, not gonna lie, I'm underestimating how long it's taking to actually level.
This is why we've decided to cut some of the grinding out. We may include a few other grinding sessions later, just so you can listen to us natter on. You might hear me pranking East on some videos as well. So if you hear him getting his hair off, then you know it's just me winding him up. I'm a bit of a clown sometimes, you see, so...
Don't worry, West will have his own medicine soon enough.
What's the saying called? A taste of his own medicine? Yeah, I usually do get it back, to be fair. But we are going to be playing each generation. But we're not going to be playing each version of every generation. It's just, we're going to pick the one title from each generation and work our way up to the current generation 9. As you can see, we've got a lot of gaming and playing to do. It's going to take us a while, but we'll get through it and enjoy every moment of it as we go along. All the nostalgia will come back.
Oh, but we are getting excited for the new Legends game, aren't we?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. As Churchill says. That's the Churchill dog off, you know, the adverts, not Winston Churchill.
Well, who knows? Maybe Winston Churchill did say this. Did you not think about that?
Oh, no, 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 no. Yes. One more level to go, Flappers. You'll be evolving soon. You'll be getting into a bigger beard.
For those of you who don't know who like Churchill the dog is, you can Google him up and, you know, you might like Churchill dog.
Oh, yes. I can't wait for Growlithe later on. He was one of my favourite Pokemon in this generation.
Yes, but is Growlithe in version Yellow?
I can't remember, you know. If he is, he'd be somewhere around Cinnabar Island.
Well, we'll have to see whether it's going to be Vulpix, which was a blue version exclusive, or Growlithe, which was Pokemon Red exclusive.
Yeah, I mean, I can't remember, but we'll be surprised later if we do find him. We may add him to our team. So when he evolves to Arcanine, you know, he is actually a legendary Pokemon, originally.
Yes, they did call him the legendary Pokemon back then, before the word legendary was coined for the special birds.
Oh, that reminds me on, actually, we have to get Articuno, Zapdos and Moltres as well. That'll be fun.
Yes, we're gonna do our best to get there.
I vaguely remember where they were. The Seafoam Islands was probably the most treacherous of the journeys to get one of the birds for Articuno.
I think one of the hardest ones to get was actually Zapdos, because Zapdos did not like to stay in the Pokeball, I can tell you that.
Oh, I remember, yeah. I believe they're all around level 50, are they? As well.
I believe it was level 50 or 60, I can't remember myself, so it's going to be a bit of a trek to get there.
And then the most powerful of them on this game, Mewtwo. There's a special ball for him. We'll save that special ball for him as well. We think he's one of the only Pokemon that deserves that ball.
Yes, very few Pokemon deserves to be in that special ball.
And you find that he's pretty much got a similar colour scheme to the ball as well. So it suits him even better.
But one thing that I wish they had included into Pokemon is the GS ball. To this day, no one knows what the GS ball is for.
Was this on Orange Island?
Yes, I believe Professor Oak gave Ash the GS ball, and Ash had to try and figure out what to do with it, but in the end, they couldn't find out what to do with it, so...
I always thought it stood for the Gold Silver Ball.
To this day, still no one knows.
Always level 10.
Yes. And this is where we're going to save once we get to the Pokemon Center, and then we will be getting our Pokemon to level 10. So next time you see us, we will be showing all of our Pokemon at level 10.
And then we'll be carrying on with the rest of the journey, going through the forest, catching some more Pokemon, and then heading to the first gym.
Of course, we do have to catch some Pokemon inside the forest, so
you will see that as well, of course.
Let's save it here for now.
I'd like to thank you all for joining us again today.
East out.
And west out. Like and subscribe the video.
Right by the ridge, drink like the Sasha, feeling like the club, gonna be the best. Pushing all the barriers and playing for a game. Say Super Bowl and remember our names. East and West, gonna run a war.